Tonight, the Warren Warriors baseball team looked to continue their Cinderella run through the playoffs. They are the 8th out of 9 seeds, and with a win over number 2 seed Circleville, they would head to the district championship game. The Parkersburg Lady Big Reds are really good at basketball, like really good at basketball. Last year, they won the state championship, and this year, they are the number 1 ranked team in the state and look like they are well on their way to another state championship. Thanks, Bree. A beautiful day here at Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium in Columbus for the Ohio Track and Field State Championships. Athletes from multiple schools in the area were gunning to be on top of the podium, and for Warren Warrior Erin Bogard, the day couldn't have gone any better. And McKenna Winans was also throwing a block party. She doesn't like her Oreo single stuff. She likes them double stuff. That's 1, that's 2 rejections. And then the offense, they continue to dominate as Sierra Hayes drops a dime to Kenzie Johnson. Watch this kick return by Cordero Patterson. Wait for it. Ankles. Oh, man, what a move. He's busting this one for a 95-yard kick return for a touchdown. Play of the night. It comes to us from Donathan Taylor. Dude was thinking about this all night long. How can I get onto Football Frenzy? And dude was like, let me break this bad boy off. 79 yards to the house. Mama, turn on the tube. I'm going to be on tonight. It's the walking bucket, Anthony Wallace himself, getting in on the action, yelling, Kobe, mid-fadeaway, getting the nice roll for the deuce, and that'll do it as the Pios continue to roll as they win in dominating fashion, 91-64 over Ohio Northern. Thanks, Julie. It should be a great night here at JP Henry's. The West Virginia University Coaches Caravan is coming to town, so you can meet some of the people in the athletic department, along with new head football coach Neil Brown in the second, but Seth Dennis out at short. He saves the day, charges the grounder, and shows off the cannon for the great play, keeping it at 1-0. After that, Kurt Taylor was making it nasty. His curveball working wonders as he racks up the strikeout in the third. And the Tigers would match with great pitching and defense. Tim Clements, he's throwing his body around like a rag doll in center field for the great diving catch. Tigers lead 1-0. Before Marietta College's head men's basketball coach, John Vanderwall, even coached a game for the Pioneers, he was already invested in the community. In the summer of 2007, John ran his first ever Pioneer basketball camp, and 13 years later, it is as strong as ever.
I just seen how much fun the kids have, and that's, sometimes as a college basketball coach, you get so wrapped up in wins and losses and all that, and then to be here in the summer where kids just love to play and you get to just kind of relax and have fun teaching the game of basketball, it's a really neat thing.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and there's a lot of cool stuff here. It's probably my favorite basketball camp I've ever been to.
It's awesome because I've always wanted to learn how these guys play it, and I've always wanted to be in college playing basketball. So now that I know how they do it, it's going to be pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed, and helping Coach Vanderwall give advice to the kids are both coaches and players in the men's and women's Marietta basketball programs. And for 2 local athletes who grew up right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley, it feels great for them to make an impact on the community they grew up in.
It means a lot to me. I remember going to camps at Warren when I was a kid and looking up to the older kids, and now we're the ones that they're looking up to. So it's just cool to get to work with them and see them grow throughout the 3 days and watch them get better.
It's a great way to impact the community. It's nice to meet the parents when they come pick up their kids. I wish every kid in the area would come out to this.
Not every kid does come, but for those who do, they will learn skills that may take them to the collegiate level. From Marietta, Duncan Goldberg, WTAP Sports. The Mid-Ohio Valley isn't exactly known as the swimming capital of the world. So it's funny how right here in Parkersburg, West Virginia, the Big Reds have their own Aquaman in David Snyder. David is arguably the best swimmer in the state of West Virginia and has been for the past 2 years. He won his first 2 state championships as a sophomore and won 2 more individual awards last year as a junior, and this year it seems more than likely he will be going for a three-peat.
I've been doing it since I was 4 years old competitively. Obviously, it makes up most of my life. I spend countless hours of my day looking at a black line on the bottom of a pool, so I love it.
This accolade isn't just given to extraordinary athletes, but it is also given to those who go above and beyond in the classroom, and it is safe to say that David does just that.
David isn't just an A student, but more of a A++ student. He currently holds a 5.0 GPA, which is something that is basically unheard of.
It's pretty tough. I do bulk APs, so all the courses I take are AP classes, and I take one extra one online just because the other AP classes I don't like, so I want to take one that it's computer science. Other than that, I basically come to the pool after school, then I go right home after swim practice and do my homework.
After graduation, David only has plans to continue swimming at one school, West Virginia University, but is currently waiting on an offer from them. If he does not receive that offer, though, there is no doubt that other schools will be very interested in that 5.0 GPA, as he is currently looking into attending Duke University or University of Southern California. From Parkersburg, Duncan Goldberg, WTAP Sports.
What a year it was for high school hoops here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. A total of 6 teams in the area made the state tournament in both boys and girls basketball. And all year I sat back and watched to see which players were the best of the best. And after a season of analysis, I unveil my slam dunk All Mid-Ohio Valley Futures team and All Mid-Ohio Valley team, starting with the girls.
First on the Futures team list is freshman Hannah Archer of Fort Fry. Hannah is a marksman from behind the arc, shooting 42% from distance, and was second on the team in scoring, averaging 11.7 points per game. Staying in Ohio was sophomore from Warren High School, Olivia Alloway. Olivia showed us a glimpse of the Warriors' future, leading them in scoring with over 11 points per game, along with a solid 4.6 boards. Finishing the Ohio side of things is Morgan Altenberger of Marietta. Morgan is a sophomore and has a strong all-around game for the Lady Tigers. She averaged over 10 points per game, which was good for second on the team. Now to West Virginia with a double dose of Crusaderettes. Freshman Leslie Huffman and sophomore Aaliyah Bruni are 2 names that you will be hearing a lot of in the future. Aaliyah led Catholic in scoring, dropping 16.5 points per game, while Leslie averaged double digits and was a lockdown defender, drawing the best matchup every night for the state runner-up Crusaderettes. Finishing the all-futures team is sophomore Kylie Wright of St. Mary's. Kylie had a fantastic year for the Lady Blue Devils, finishing the season second in scoring, averaging almost 13 points per game. To the best of the best for the all-MOV team. First up is LKC Player of the Year and one of the most skilled players in the Valley, Madeline Huffman of Parkersburg Catholic. Madeline averaged almost 16 points per game and led the Valley in assists per game with 5.5 dimes. And it's bad news for everyone else because she still got one more year. Staying in Parkersburg is the Lady Big Red's Big Three of Shaylee Kirby, Bree Wilson, and Maddie Mace. The trio combined for a total of 43 points per game and helped propel Parkersburg to back-to-back state championships. Staying in Parkersburg, but going south to the Lady Patriots with the block machine McKenna Winans. The junior had over 50 rejections on the season. Along with that, she averaged 14.4 points per game and grabbed over 7 boards. Off to Ohio for the double-double master in Hannah Croft of Marietta. The junior averaged 14.5 points and 11.3 rebounds per game for the Lady Tigers and is only going to get better next season. And rounding up the list is senior Morgan Borch of Fort Fry. Morgan led the Lady Cadets in scoring with 13 points per game, and she was a jack of all trades for the Lady Cadets in one of their best seasons in years.
Now it is more of Shaver. He attacks the rim for an and one for 2 of his team-high 25 points. So the Big Reds would have a 20-point lead in the fourth. So, of course, I thought it was safe to leave. I was very wrong. The Patriots made an incredible comeback, and as I ran in to get the final minutes, Malachi Sylvia would get his own missed free throw and tie the game at 73-all. And then with the Patriots down 1, less than a minute left, Seth Fallon. Dude is as cool as a brain freeze. That gives the Patriots a 2-point lead. So Morgan, she would have to do it once again. And Morgan Borich, she's as cool as Minnesota in January. She sinks the free throw line floater to give the Cadets the lead for good. It is officially summer in the Mid-Ohio Valley, and that means Legion baseball. Parkersburg Post 15 won the state championship last year, and this year they are already off to another strong start. Today they faced off against Elkins Post 29 in a doubleheader. Jake Johnson makes it count when he hits future Nittany Lion Brenton Strange on the beautiful pass down to the 1 yard line, and that sets up Shane Miller. He plows his way across the goal line, and we're all tied up at 7. Just watch this. Maddie Huffman. Oh, that's nasty stuff right there. You need to stop. Kids, watch this program. Here we go. Take another look. Slow-mo. Oh, can't really stop that. Parkersburg Catholic wins 47. There's nothing better than the crosstown showdown. In the first game of the year between the Big Reds and the Patriots, Parkersburg was able to get an amazing overtime win on their home court. So in order for the Patriots to split the season series, they needed to defend their house tonight.